Got
And
him there.
that's saying a lot.
That's saying a whole lot. That's saying a whole lot. All right, so you got a deal. All right, last one. Eagles finish with more offensive yards than Kansas City.
So that's tough. The game is in Philly, right? I believe it's in Philly.
I believe it is. I tell you.
I would like to kind of give Philly a little bit of an advantage.
Yep, at Philly.
Okay. Yep.
1-2.
Well, I want to say they're going to play well at home. I like Jalen Hurts. It's just hard to say because Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs, everybody's watching them right now. They're 1-2. Everybody's scratching their head like, how in the world did this happen? Something inside me just tells me that will not continue. There's something inside me that tells me you're going to see video game type numbers. At some point, not only are you going to see video game type numbers out of the offense, you're going to see dominating team performances. And it's coming. Now, defensively, do they have the ability to knock anybody's socks off? No. But we know what their offense has been able to do. They can get you out of it. You remember The Greatest Show on Turf? It's almost like Kurt Warner in the Rams. Like, they have the ability to basically play basketball on a football court and just run a fast on a football field and run a fast break on you and demoralize you and go on runs. So I would like to say, because they're 1-2 and they kind of, struggling a little bit, but it's a couple of guys in the NFL, that quarterbacks, that I just, if they have a couple of down games or if they don't look like themselves, people are kind of ready to say, well, maybe they weren't what we thought they were, or maybe this is the beginning of the end. Well, Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, and I got to throw Patrick Mahomes in there. Every time you think they're down, they come back and they say, not so fast. Let me remind you who I am. So I got a feeling Patrick Mahomes is probably going to go crazy, throw for 500 yards or something ridiculous. So I can't say the Eagles are going to have more offensive yards than Kansas City.
All right. So for the first time tonight, for the first of many in the future, you ain't got a deal, man.
Okay, talk to me.
And I'm not just saying that just to level it out. So now let me qualify this. The Chiefs will beat Philadelphia. Chiefs will beat Philadelphia. But I believe Philadelphia will end the game with more offensive yards than Kansas City.
You got to explain.
Number one, I do not believe in Kansas City's defense at all. And let me tell you the biggest, let me just throw this out there. They're the 27th ranked defense in the league. They were the 28th ranked defense before we entered the playoffs last year, and they still made the Super Bowl. So I don't think that really is going to matter at the end. But that's not what we're talking about, right? We're talking about who's going to end with the most offensive yards. The Eagles, on the other hand, we're talking about a top 10 defense. Actually, last week when it came out, there were 13. So they're outside looking in. They're close. They're close to the top 10 defense. Not only that, but the Kansas City Chiefs, and this is where I think the Eagles are going to win the yardage total. And I think it's going to be a close game. Like almost all of these games for the Chiefs have been close games. I think it's going to be a close game. But here is where it ends with the Eagles having more yardage. Kansas City don't have no running game. And what's that boy name? Is it Samuel? Samuel, number 24? That running back for the Eagles is legit. Now, last couple of weeks, he hasn't gotten, last week specifically, he didn't get the carries that he needed to. And he didn't look like he looked like against, the Falcons week 1, as well as he looked pretty good, pretty decent week 2, because they got behind so fast and so much. But I believe this is going to be a semi-high scoring football game. And I believe that the Chiefs win, but the Eagles have the edge with offensive yardage because they're going to be able to keep the game close enough for the majority of the game to where they're able to run the football. And if they have a prayer of staying in this football game, they have to be able to slow it down just enough to establish the run game. Now, you can have more yards than Kansas City and still lose by 2 touchdowns. Just because, in my opinion, how Kansas City offense is just built and how they operate. And I believe when it's all said and done, I don't believe Patrick Mahomes is going to throw for 500. No, I don't. I believe Fletcher Cox is going to be in his grill. I believe that defense, will that be the best defense they've faced so far? No, it won't. I think the Chargers will be the best defense that they've faced so far. But I believe that defense is for real. I can see Patrick Mahomes throwing for 375.
You have a lot of confidence in 2 things: Philadelphia's defense and Miles Sanders, the running back. Which I like him. I like him, right? But I mean, he's not Saquon Barkley in his prime. He's not Ezekiel Elliott. He's not. He's good, not great. But
that defense, at best, the Kansas City defense is Lowndes Vikings good. I'm just saying. I'm being dead serious. The defense is horrible. The Kansas City Chiefs would be 3-0 if they had something that looked like a defense.
Okay, I will give you that. I'm not going to argue that, and it does not help when you're not necessarily protecting the football either. If you turn the ball over, if you already have a weak defense and then you turn the ball over, that does not help. But I don't feel that. I think Patrick Mahomes is due for an explosive Madden type game, and I think it's just going to come at the expense of the Philadelphia Eagles. So we'll see. And we're just talking yards. We're just talking about offensive. Right. So we'll see.
Right. We'll see. There are some exciting games. It looks like Mo leaves in good grace and good standings. He got 4 deals and 1 dud.
That's all right.
And Mo, as always, thanks for joining the Hot Button. Thanks for making this a special episode, the inaugural episode of Deal or No Deal. Listen, if you've been watching, leave a comment. Let us know how you feel about these picks. And we'll holler at y'all next week for another episode of Deal or No Deal. Hold on. In this.